if God is all surpassing, His power is all surpassing, how do we enjoy this power? I think Paul made a very good conclusion in the end. He said, fix your eyes on what is unseen. For what is seen is temporal. What is unseen is eternal. Now, if you turn with me, okay. Paul said, outward, we are wasting away. Okay? Outwardly, sorry. Very difficult to read, huh? But inwardly, we are renewed day by day. Understand? Outwardly, we are wasting away. But inwardly, we are renewed day after day. Now, when you say, listen, outwardly, we are wasting away, this could mean a lot of things. But basically, it means the outward degeneration of things. The outward degeneration. What do you mean? For instance, ladies, you grew older, right? Oh, older. Degenerate, ma. Then you have more wrinkles. And men, you get weaker, you lose your vitality, you lose your hair, everything, then a lot of things outwardly. And not only the physical one, sometimes you have more disappointment in your life. You experience loss and failures, betrayal by people. Or sometimes you thought you are able to stand firm, but you fall. So outwardly, it shows a lot of degeneration, failures, loss, disappointment, falling again. Some things that you cannot use your willpower anymore. So you degenerate. Lack of strength, lack of energy, everything. Okay, lack of looks. So as a result of that, listen up. As a result of that, you begin to start living by faith. You put your hopes in His promise. You rely on His strength. You start to pray more. You find the joy of entrusting Him and live for the kingdom. Now, that is the inward thing. And mind you, people, when you are not degenerating outwardly, it's very hard for you to pursue the inward thing. You get what I mean? So especially, that's why I say, youngsters, it's harder for you. It's harder for you because you're full of youth. You're full of good condition, potential, everything so good, so pretty, so smart, everything so good. So you don't want to give up life. You tend to rely more on what you have, your capability, your capacity. You rely more on that. But as you degenerate, and the inward thing renew. You start to find the joy of following God and living for the kingdom. And sometimes, listen up, you don't have to wait till you are like 80, 90 years old to renew inside you. Sometimes, even while we are in our teenage years or in our 20s, 30s, look at me, I'm young. But in my life, as I went through a lot of some failures, some trials, sometimes I struggle with a lot of things. I struggle with trials, passion, pride. Now all these things come towards me. Sometimes I struggle with the church problem, church group, and I realize that I cannot change people. I cannot bring about my ideal situation. That kind of thing happens to me. I want to keep using strength to enforce what I want to enforce. I couldn't. Then I realized I got to let go. Now, that is the time I reflect through. That is the time I let go. That is the time inwardly I learn to trust God. I learn to put my sorrows upon God and rest upon Him. And then I realize there's another strength in me coming. You get what I mean? Another comfort, another new strength coming to lift me up, to comfort me, strengthen me, give me the strength to move on. And then I realize I've grown in spirituality after that. You get what I mean? It comes like that. It comes like that. It's not meditation. Every day I meditate, and then I start to forsake everything in this world, My wife, not my wife. My children, not my children anymore. No. Not the kind of thing. I still have my human feelings. I still have my, human relationship. But the thing is, when I experience all this degeneration, failures, loss, and a lot of things, I start to realize another thing in my spirit that is so real that I've always neglected. God is always with me, helping me, strengthening me, satisfying me, but I have neglected. I only enjoy the food, enjoy the success, enjoy what I have temporary, enjoy everything else, but I don't look towards inside, the Him that is inside me, helping me to enjoy everything. You get what I'm trying to say? So the outward and inward thing. So thank God if you suffer if there are sufferings in you. Thank God if there are trials on you when you are young. Thank God even if you are struggling with sin. I cannot tell you how much sometimes I struggle with sin and pride and all that kind of thing. And know the anger and all that kind of thing in me, how to get it out. Now, but because of that, I realize I have to rest on God. No. That is the genius stroke of God. Understand? That is how God works. How God turned the evil to good for our benefit in our lives. So I will really want you to know that and experience that. Okay? So if you have grown in spirituality, you will see through what is temporal and fix your eyes on what is eternal. And